Hi, welcome back. If this is the first episode that you're seeing of mine, this is my February challenge where all February, what I'm doing is I am hitting record, no edits, and I'm just talking about a topic that has come up in my lovely YouTube analytics, and I'm just talking about the topic. No notes, no preparation, I'm just hitting it and letting it go. So if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and do all of those things. The other thing is let's see what the topics are. I will say that if you were here with me on day 2, hopefully you appreciate this looking a little bit better because day 2 was a complete disaster. This is hopefully going to be better for you. So anyways, let me get into these topics and let me see what is going on. So, okay. These topics look very similar to yesterday's topics. I don't know if they're the same or different. So I need my analytics to kick it up a little bit. So National Football League highlights, University of Alabama football. It's so interesting the University of Alabama football is coming up. I have some thoughts about Alabama football. You know, if Alabama comes up against tomorrow, maybe I'll talk about them. The only reason why I don't like talking about Alabama, I'll be honest, is because my team is in the SEC. And because my team is in the SEC, I feel like, sorry, Alabama fans, but I feel like there are certain fan bases that you can't say things about their team because they just get bothered and they just get triggered. And I'm not here to trigger anybody. I'm just here to kind of share my opinion. They're animals. There's animals moving. I'm just really here to share my opinion. So I don't want to make a video where I'm like arguing with people in the comment section below, but I know Alabama fans can be a little bit triggered. So anyways, let me put this back up on the screen again. Let me try this all over. If Alabama is here tomorrow, I will do Alabama. You have my word. So there is that. So this is day 4, I believe. Yes, this is day 4. So let's see. Okay, football highlights, National Football League, Alabama football highlights. Football highlights is going to be kind of weird. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that ever. So that's kind of weird. College football championship. Oh my gosh. See, there's latest news today. Ole Miss and Florida football prediction. That is so weird that is there. Is this the same as yesterday? Has nothing changed? I don't know. Controversial opinions. I did that yesterday. College football playoff podcast. I already did that. I need the analytics to kick it up a gear. I needed to change some things. College football recruiting rankings. Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers. College football rankings. Pittsburgh Steelers receivers. You know, I think I'm going to do college football recruiting rankings. Yes, I think I'm going to do college football recruiting rankings because I kind of have some things to say about that. Because I think the college football rankings are laughable at best. Because I think we're at a crossroads a little bit in sports. I think because of the transfer portal and because people now realizing that if you get older talent that is maybe not as completely developed, but just needs like a little bit push to be a little bit better and you can put them in a better situation and a better system, I feel like more people are starting to cling to those players more so than high school players. And if that is true, how important is this college football ranking? And the people that are actually ranking these athletes, what are their credentials? Are the people that are ranking athletes former athletes? Are the people that are ranking players former college coaches? Are the people that are ranking players, what are their credentials? I'm getting to the point in 2026, really just in my life, I need people making decisions that actually know how to make decisions because of experience. I don't mind if somebody new comes in and they have like a great eye for something and so they have an opinion because they have a great eye, but I'm starting to wonder where are these rankings coming from with these recruiting rankings? And so I don't really trust some of these people anymore. But then I remember that the ranking is actually ranking them to how they feel like they're going to perform in the NFL. So maybe, but what's really happening, let's be honest, what's really happening is size, attributes, the physical things that they can see of you, and probably if they see you enough times, if they hear a lot of good stories, and if you look hella athletic, you're going to be ranked high because that's just how it goes. That's just how we do things. We're like, that looks like a 4-star. That looks like a 5-star. I don't know him. And because I don't know him, he's probably a 3-star because I don't know him. And that is not true. I think the way that the recruiting rankings are established are weird. And I think we put too much attention on the recruiting rankings. I think especially now with NIL and now with the NIL doesn't matter. I don't know why the hell I keep saying NIL. NIL has nothing to do with the rankings. I think because now we have the transfer portal. I think the transfer portal is impacting the rankings a little bit because no longer people are really rushing to have really large high school recruiting classes. Now, you still need to get high school recruits because you still need to develop. You still need to keep your core. You still need to do it. But I think used to, when you would go get 25, 30 freshmen, now you might get 20 freshmen, 20, 25 freshmen, 25 max. And then where you would usually go get freshmen, now you're filling those in the transfer portal with older, more mature players. That doesn't mean high school recruiting is going away. It just means there's going to be a different type of emphasis. And I think that's okay. But because of that, and because this is happening, I'm wondering what that does to the college football recruiting rankings. I don't like the rankings. They're not going to go away though, because we live in America and people want to make money in America. So they're going to act like all of these things are very relevant. I just don't think they're relevant. I think we might be wasting our time with these recruiting rankings. I really think that. The moon is over there. It looks absolutely fantastic. It looks, oh my God. Oh my God. If when I'm done recording, if the moon is still exactly where it's at right now, I am going to take a video of it because it looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot believe, it looks like the Lion King. This is insane. So, sorry. That is what this is. Unedited. Welcome to February. So for me, am I even talking about the right thing? Now I'm sidetracked because I just saw the moon and it looks fantastic. But the moon actually might be going down. It might not be there when I'm done. Now I'm in a panic because the moon looks so freaking gorgeous. And there's also noises coming from over here, so that is also distracting me. College football recruiting rankings, yes. So college football recruiting rankings, I think that they might be getting a little bit outdated. I don't know what they can do to actually fix them because a lot of people make a lot of money to do the college football rankings. I'm just wondering if they become a piece of the pie. So when I look at football, I look at football as a pie, right? Is your offense doing what they're supposed to do? Give me 30%. Is your defense doing what they're supposed to do? Give me 30%. Is your special teams doing what they're supposed to do? Give me 30%. The other 10% I'm giving to coaching. And then when I double down into all those things, now I'm taking that 30% and I'm dipping into that 30%. What does the quarterback play look like? What does the running back look like? Sorry if there's an airplane coming. So that is how I look at football when I'm assessing it, right? So if I look at college football recruiting, I feel like I have to do the same thing and I have to look at this as a pie. That plane is so loud. So when I'm doing this for college football rankings, I have to do it the same way. So let's do 30% high school. Let's do 20% transfer portal. I don't know. It gets really weird, but this is an interesting topic. This is another topic like I did yesterday with my controversial football opinions, that I would love to actually take some time and do some research on what I really feel about these rankings and how I really feel like they're showing up. Like maybe I can look at the draft this year and everybody that gets drafted this year, I can go back and look at what they were actually ranked to see if what they were drafted match their rankings. Because if their draft didn't match their rankings, then what are we doing? I'm going to do that. And you know what? If I have the time, I'm going to do last year's draft and I'm going to do this year's draft. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see every single person that was drafted in the first round. Because if I do too much, like it's going to take a lot of time. So I think I'm going to do all first round picks. I'm going to do all first round picks for the 2025 draft. And then I'm going to do all first round picks for the 2026 draft. If every single person that was drafted isn't a 5-star, what are we doing? But maybe 4 stars are okay too because they were teetering. I don't know. So you have my word that as of this 4th day, this isn't the 4th day, this is the 3rd day, but I'm recording this so it will release on the 4th day. But for this 4th day, February, what I'm going to do is come back to this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at every single person that was drafted in the first round in the 2025 NFL draft and everybody that was drafted in the first round of the 2026 NFL draft. And I'm going to look at their rankings. I'm going to see what they were rated or ranked coming out of high school to get into football. And I'm going to see if those things equal, because if they don't equal, we have all been wasting our time. Now, the moon is going down, so I am going to show you what the moon looks like because I am dying, and then I'm going to end this video on that. So I will be back to show you the moon. I would record all of me showing the moon, but there's a couple of reasons why I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm editing this because the moon looks too good not to. This is the moon. It is incredible. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I had to. I know this isn't supposed to be edited, but listen, when life hands you lemons, you make freaking lemonade. Look how amazing this moon looks coming up over these branches. I am obsessed with this. I might sit here for 20 minutes or so to see if it can get higher, see if I can get a picture with it. Incredible. Absolutely freaking incredible. Anyways, let me know what you think about the topic that I talked about. I think it was college football rankings. Let me know what you think about the ranking system. If you like it, if you don't like it, let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'll see you in my next video.